12 pounds in just 6 weeks. Today I've got an amazing interview with my coaching client to show you how she lost this weight, so stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Dolke. I am an online fitness coach here to help you lose weight from the comfort of your own home and feel your absolute best. So yes, today in this video we are breaking down with my client the things that she used to do and what she did on this program to lose this weight. And so make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you too would like to do coaching like my client has done directly with me, then you can apply it just below this video now. So let's jump into the video.
Hi and welcome, Cassidy. Nice to see you again.
Hi, well, Holly.
You were amazing in the program with me. You've lost 12 pounds in 6 weeks, which is just amazing. And honestly, I'm really proud of all the work that you put in, and I'm so glad that I was a part of this journey with you. So let's kind of just go through a few questions and see kind of what resonates with everyone. So tell me a little bit about kind of your fitness and health background and why coaching, kind of what made you sign up.
Yeah, so I feel like I started my fitness journey probably about 5 years ago or so. I ended up gaining a little bit of weight after a knee injury that I had. And then I decided, it was time to get back on it with the exercise part of things and, get back on track. So I found your app back when it was Pink Dragon. That long ago. Yes. And I did the Ultra Burn program. I kind of, started and stopped, and, things would get in the way. I would get hurt. I would lose motivation, all of those things. Would do your YouTube videos sometimes, but even when I was consistent with it, I found that I wasn't losing weight despite how much I was working out. So I figured, signing up to chat with you and figure out kind of the nutrition side of things and, little things that I thought, would be helpful to hear from you, since, you give all these YouTube videos to everyone and all these tips. I may as well sign up myself and see what I can learn.
For sure. Just, sort of with that question then, so what did you try then before, let's even say like before the hooked up, kind of what things were you doing before you had your knee injury as well? Like what worked and what didn't work?
Yeah, I think before I was going to the gym with a friend and kind of following the routine that she had in place. It was a lot more kind of toning stuff as opposed to cardio.
That like weightlifting, would you say, or just like
yeah, more weightlifting. But I found that, again, I wanted to do something a little bit more, probably incorporate cardio and things like that. So I didn't really know where to start because cardio was never my friend. Exactly. But when I found the like shorter HIIT type workouts that you do, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Yes.
Honestly, HIIT workouts are the best because it's like 15 minutes in this time.
Yeah, as opposed to like hours at the gym.
Yeah, so that was kind of the main things that you tried. And then, of course, you had your knee injury and then you came back and just did the hooked app.
Yeah.
Or Pink Dragon app.
Yes.
Yes. And then after that was when you decided, okay, I want to now sign up to the coaching program.
Yeah, because I found that, I was feeling a little bit better in my body, but I wasn't getting the changes that I was hoping for.
Yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of probably people resonate with that because I think it's so easy for us to think, yeah, let's just exercise and we'll see results. But there's a lot more behind the scenes that does go on, like you said, nutrition and other aspects that come into it to get the result.
Yes, absolutely.
Speaking of that, obviously, like when you joined the program, I remember you had kind of like a number goal that you wanted to hit. But, as we are aware, in the 6 weeks that you were here, you lost 12 pounds, which is just incredible. And the focus was always for you, mainly the hips and the stomach area, which I think we did an amazing job at achieving. So from when we did the program anyway, you lost 12 pounds, as I said, you lost 2 inches from your waist. You lost 2 inches from your hips and you lost 1.5 inches from your thighs. So these numbers already were just incredible in such a short amount of time. So we were I don't think we hit your goal exactly what you wanted to, but we definitely put a dent in it, which is what we wanted, right? That was
Yes.
How do you feel, of course, because as you said, like you were doing things and you weren't getting the results that you wanted, but coming in here and in just that short amount of time, you did put a dent into it. So how are you feeling with that?
I'm feeling so much better. I'm like, oh, I can do this. There's an end in sight. You know, like you said, I'm looking to lose quite a bit. So that's obviously not going to happen in 6 weeks. But you know, I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this for another couple like 6 weeks periods, and then I'll get there.
Yeah, for sure. I guess this as well showed you that, like you said, like there is your goal that you want to hit, you can totally hit. And
Yeah.
yes, you know, I was very upfront with you when you first came. Remember, I was like, I would love to give you a magic pill to just be like, we can drop all this weight instantly, but this has to be a sustainable and realistic way. And I think we were really, I think I said to you, you could lose around the 10 to 12 mark, and we hit that, which is amazing, which is what we wanted, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess with that question as well, do you think then having the accountability aspect, did that really help you reach the goal, would you say? Because as you said, you know, you were doing the app anyway and you saw some results, but do you think having the accountability is what made the difference for you?
I think so, for sure. You know, we talked about this. I've had the motivation to do it and the goal to, you know, be more fit and feel better in my body. But there were a lot of days when I just didn't feel like it. I'd make an excuse and be like, oh, tomorrow's a new day. You know, I can work out tomorrow. But being able to be like, oh, Holly's gonna ask me how the workout was today. I need to be able to answer.
So true. So true. If anyone doesn't know, with the accountability aspect, you and I speak to clients through an app, which is like WhatsApp, isn't it? Like you can text them it's like, yeah, voice noting, videos, photos, the whole thing. So I guess, was it useful having me basically be on you all the time, but in a good way? Like, you know, I'm not scared. But like, was it great knowing that you had me there to ask any type of question to? Like, did you feel that took away a lot of pressure for you?
Yeah, I think one of the things that was difficult when I was doing your app kind of on my own, with the knee injury and other kind of physical restrictions that I have, I was always thinking, like, you know, what's a modification that I can do for this exercise? I don't know. Like, is this going to target the same kind of areas in the same way? So being able to shoot you a message and just be like, okay, this is too much. You know, what can I do instead? And you would just quickly pop me an answer. And, oh, perfect. Okay, I'll just replace it with that.
Yeah, that's actually very true. I think a lot of people don't. I think even people coming into the program as well don't realize that they can message me those things and ask me anything and I will reply. I think that's what people don't expect. But, you know, as you said, the whole point of this is to have someone take that pressure off you, which is the thing. And then I guess kind of leading off of that, nutrition, as we know, is a huge part of any person's weight loss journey. And, you know, with any other program that you do, it's mainly just focus on the workout. So for you, do you think the nutrition element was, again, a big impact for you? Was the way that I presented the nutrition helpful? Did you think that that gave you the best results as well?
Yeah, I think that was probably the biggest difference for me, with my weight loss journey and all of that is, you know, I knew, okay, like broccoli is healthy. Perfect. I'll just eat a ton of broccoli. But the nutrition from you was really helpful in terms of knowing kind of how much to eat of what. And I think what was really good about the nutrition as well is I felt a positive difference almost immediately with what I was eating in terms of like bloating and feeling blah. And the food groups that we were eating at the certain times of day, I found that I was really sad about cutting carbs out at first for supper. I was like, oh, I love carbs at supper.
Why?
But I actually feel a lot better and a lot less bloated and blah at the end of the day. keeping that out, and it's something that I am now actually just going to keep up with after
Oh,
the program.
afterwards. Yeah, because people obviously don't know, but you can start adding things back in afterwards.
Yes.
Just move stuff around. But that's amazing that you notice that your body thrives doing it the way that we do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's so good. And I guess also, I think a lot of people with nutrition expect that I give them, we speak about it on the call anyway, some like boring guide, which we do not do in this program, do we? So I think there's kind of two questions in that. First and foremost, did you ever feel restricted on the way that I get you to eat? Because there's a lot of flexibility in it. And B, did you also enjoy having the flexibility where I always say to you, like, if you've got something going on, like an event, or, you just want to go out and enjoy a pizza, did you also enjoy having that freedom? Did you feel like you were put on some restrictive, boring plan, or did I give you a new way of living and eating?
Yeah, I definitely think it was helpful for me. Like you said, if like friends were going out to eat and I was like, oh, I don't know, like this restaurant probably has nothing I can eat, being able to shoot you a message and be like, okay, what would be the best on this menu, getting that feedback type of thing. But I also didn't feel restricted. I thought I would,
Of course.
especially where I work, we have even a designated like treat table. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to have the treats. But it was, I was able to eat what I wanted within kind of this specific, it was a very lengthy list, a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So not restrictive at all, and was kind of exciting to be like, oh, like what can I put together this week? What am I going to make? What am I going to meal prep?
Yeah, I love that. And actually, do you know what? I think this is totally, I think what you should actually tell people, tell them what you would eat on a random day. Like, Cassidy got an obsession with the pancakes, which I love. Because again, people don't think that you can eat things like this, but you can. So tell people just a really typical day of something that you would just eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a snack, so people can get a variation of what you would eat.
Yeah, I would. So you're going to know what my breakfast option is already. Pancakes, pancakes with berries would be breakfast. And then lunch would be something probably like a taco salad with like rice. Yeah. And then supper, I got obsessed with making different like Greek yogurt sauces because I love sauces. So making something healthy to like dip my protein in, like chicken or something with like broccoli. I also got obsessed with like maple Brussels sprouts, so I'd have that quite a bit too.
Delicious.
Yes.
And then for your snacks as well, we were, funny enough, just before this call, guys, we were just saying that Casey used to make like chocolate ice cream. That's what you're making with your Ninja Creamer. So you can eat things like this. Do you know what I mean? And you're still losing weight.
Exactly. Yes. Ice cream was, I call it my kryptonite. But with the Ninja Creamy, I was able to do like high protein, low calorie desserts, and it would taste like the real thing.
So, and also you did this program over Easter, I remember as well. And you still got to enjoy Easter, as in eat how you normally would eat. You asked for a couple of substitutions, which I gave you, and you still got to enjoy having like something chocolatey as well for dessert. Do you remember you got those chocolate strawberries?
Yes.
So again, it's just about making, different substitution and choices, but you still got to enjoy and have a balance in the things that you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had a little Easter dinner and, got gravy and the whole 9 yards.
What it's supposed to be about. But I'm just glad that you have taken things away, that you've adapted into your lifestyle for this, especially with the nutrition part. So you kind of know now what your body needs to see results, and you can just continue that. Exactly.
Yeah, it feels really sustainable, which I wasn't really expecting at the start of it.
No one does, because I always say that to people, like, when you join, this is like, I'm not just giving you a plan for 6 weeks. I want this to be a lifestyle change. People are like, yeah. And then afterwards, they're like, oh yeah, shit, actually, this actually is, which is what we want.
Exactly.
From that then, so you've been out the program now for, I think we're entering the 3rd week. So do you feel then that you have continued this new lifestyle of like the exercise where it's short, sweet, and it gets you what you need, on top of that, the nutrition element of it? Do you feel now that that's just become a part of your lifestyle?
Yeah, I think that it's something that I've been able to keep up. We were chatting a little bit before. I'm just doing kind of random YouTube workouts that you have right now, but I really liked the workouts in the 6 weeks, so I think I'm gonna do that, do like another round of that. Um, but overall, yeah, super sustainable. Meal prepping and being able to think about like meals ahead of time and everything. It's made it so much more manageable.
So much more. And I think as well, you feel probably more in control of what you're consuming instead of just like guessing every day as well. The meal prep does really help. And also on that as well, I think that some people don't realize that when you do the program with me, you get to keep everything as well. So even the workout. So that's why I think it's great. Like you were saying, just repeat the 6 weeks again, see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I guess my final question then is, would you recommend the coaching to, someone watching this video? Do you think that you got a lot out of it? Did you get what you wanted? Would you sell others right now if they're sitting on the fence? Should they join?
Yeah, I think that, I was on the fence for a little while and was like, I don't know, maybe I can just do it on my own and, push through and just figure it out type of thing. But then I was like, no, I'll try and see what it's about,
Yeah,
and
ask questions.
yeah, exactly. And it has changed my life in the sense of, I can go forward and keep doing this. And I know that I'm going to get to my goal.
Oh my God, of course you will. And as I said, my is always open as well. Like once you have your box, the communication's open, and I want you to be able to still ask me questions if you ever get stuck on something as well. Which is good. Well, honestly, you are like so amazing to meet and help you on this journey. And I mean, I said to you even on the beginning of the call, like I like to build friendships up with people. So that's why I said the communication never ends with us. I want you to still message if you need something. And, I'm just so glad that we were able to get you a head start in kind of what you wanted to achieve. So thank you for being an amazing client.
Yes, thank you so much.
So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this call. So what I'll do is I'll stop recording now.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this interview. I really hope that some of you were able to resonate and connect with this video, and I hope that you can also take away some things and implement them into your day-to-day so you can lose the weight in case you are looking to do that, or if you're just looking to bring health and fitness into your day-to-day life. As I did say prior in the beginning of this, if you are looking to do one-on-one coaching directly with me, you can apply just below this video, or there is a free webinar giving you the secrets to help you lose weight from the comfort of your own home as well. But that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon.